Hi, this is Slimedog.
Topo.
Legendary Junk.
Stow
and Jonicat.
And today we're playing the Metronomicon, which is an awesome RPG slash rhythm game, which is really weird and hard to explain, and it gets harder because I can't actually talk about it while I'm playing it.
Absolutely
So,
not.
oh my god.
So we've got Jonicat and Slimes playing it.
Yes, we love this game.
And we will try to commentate without interrupting too much.
Yeah, we're having a great time. And for some reason, well, for design reasons, I guess, you can only play 2 players at the same time, even though you have a party of 4 people.
Party of 4.
Yeah, which is kind of frustrating, and they really flipping need to address that if they do a sequel to it.
This
which
will
I
make
hope
more
they
sense
do.
when you see it in action.
Yeah, will it? Oh wait, this is the forest. Let's do this level. We've been trying to get clear medium on this one right here, and it's been rather difficult. So, without further ado...
This time?
Structured like most music games, you have a list of song tracks, but in this one there's a campaign where you kind of unlock subsets of songs as you go, and with one final song you unlock an area for another batch of 10 to 15 songs typically. So the party's 4 players, but there's only 2 players. So you see there's lots and lots of notes going down even for the characters they don't have selected, because you only can dance as one person at a time.
Which is a weird way to do it.
But they don't penalize you for notes you miss on other characters.
There you go.
So whenever
Also, they can control any of them, right? They can bounce around to... They have... Johnny, Cat, and Slime have chosen to do the left and right, respectively, but they can move around to any of the characters.
Right. So in this case, they've kind of declared, well, I've got the right to, well, I've got the left to, but there are going to be some...
Keep it clear, keep it tidy.
Yeah, some bosses will mix it up and force you to take over characters that you're not used to taking over, but it's not going to turn into a situation like Overcooked, where you are completely demolishing each other's business.
And what do we have? We've got a fighter, a tank, a black mage, white mage, essentially.
Yeah, most of the characters kind of fulfill your typical RPG classes. You got your wizards, you got your healers. One thing to note, though, is that despite the fact that you've got
does it
lots...
need to be inspired? It needs some inspired. Is it what?
No,
what's the
Purify. I got it.
That's
UFL.
So that's a good thing to actually mention here, because despite the fact that you've got lots and lots of notes, and I think they're playing on medium right now, and they have to focus on each character, immediately switch characters and start doing notes for those characters, there's a life gauge in the top left of the party, there's a life gauge in the bottom right for the enemy, there's a song gauge in the top right with how far they are in the song and the loot, and how much money they've earned in their score, and below in the bottom right, underneath the dancing gargoyle, by the way, the enemies in this are fantastic, would be debuff icons for debuffs from the enemy. And underneath the characters, there's buffs and debuffs for them right there. So,
I don't know how.
if you can look 17 places at once, this is the game for you. Otherwise, dance your butt off and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Stow is awesome. I wish I could talk about this game and play it at the same time, but it's so not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean...
Because there's so much to keep track of. Now, and technical respects here, each of them has 2 types of castings they can do. They do the first round and step off of their character to activate it. If they continue on, did you do it?
Yes.
We can't even
so.
talk about...
And then if you keep doing the notes and move until
look,
it goes
wow,
to
all
the
sorts of
second
stuff.
one, it activates the second power.
You got the.
Yep.
You're 63.
Oh, 63. Whoa! On the leaderboard. That's so cool.
Making
Oh my
history
god,
here,
this
folks.
is awesome. And then we unlocked, apparently, no, we leveled, but we didn't get any unlock, like, equipment or skills, which...
Probably don't happen when you clear a level.
Yeah, like the first time? Yeah. Well, let's try this one. We haven't done this one before, so this could go very poorly. But having a great time with it. Also, worth mentioning, there's actually 6 different classes. We're only playing 4 of them. So you can swap them in and level them independently. There's a berserker and some sort of a mad scientist type.
And there might
Lab
even be
coat,
another
I think is
third
the name of it.
section we haven't unlocked yet.
Yeah, there's a good chance there's more later, and there's a lot of songs available through DLC. Although I think all the DLC should be available if you happen to get the disc version of this. So
The disc version was a limited run edition, so good luck finding it for a reasonable price at this point. But that said, it is a pretty sweet physical edition with DLC on disc.
indeed.
Oh, here you can see the progression of how they do casting.
Yeah, so in order to actually do an attack, you have to basically do about anywhere from 10 to 20 notes, with one of the notes being highlighted to indicate that if you get to this note in a successful chain of notes, you'll actually prepare to do an attack. You can then keep hitting more notes to queue up the second part, your second queued ability. And you can order the abilities any way you want. So if you want your first ability to be a debuff clear or a buff to the party, you could do that, and then your second one will be an attack. The later you chain your ability, as in like if you put your attack third or second, the stronger it will be. So that will give you incentive to rearrange your abilities in the way that makes sense to acclimate your party's special needs as these characters dance their butts off, trying to defeat dancing gorillas and whatever else they get thrown at.
Oh, double notes, that sucks.
Interestingly, also, so while it might seem like you want to, if you're in a bucket and you need to get a cure thrown off, but you have to get it to round 2 to get a good cure. If you put it in first place, you're not getting as big of a cure. So it seems like you want to have a cure in first place, but then you wouldn't want to.
Yeah, the more
Right.
notes you have into a combo, the stronger the ability ends up being.
So on one hand, so that's where the deciding where you're going to go with these, how you're going to order your spells, as it were.
Which you can only do in between matches. You can't do it.
No, you can't do it while playing. I'm like you could do something else. Like,
Yeah.
do something else.
Seriously.
That's what the third player's for.
Oh my god, yeah, the
The
organizer.
person behind going, do this, do this.
So it really does take like 5 people to record a Let's Play on this thing.
Yeah, we really did. That's part of why we did it. Because we don't expect any chat from the actual players up there.
Let's go again.
Despite the fact they're playing on medium right now, there's enough to pay attention to, enough buffs to maintain, debuffs to remove, remembering what the enemy's weak to, because the enemy's element is located over their life bar on the bottom right. There's just so much stuff going on screen that you're just going to try and keep pace with the song and let the party sort it out from there pretty much. The only mandatory thing you really have to worry about is making sure that your healer, whichever healer you use, is casting heals when necessary. Because you could get a perfect song, but the enemy's still going to attack you a couple times throughout the song, and if you don't heal, well, you're still going to miss the song despite the fact you have a 350 note streak.
And I think you can bank notes also. So like if you wanted to do a little bit stronger cure, you can keep going before doing the second one, or the activating it, go past it, and then jump over to activate it.
Yep.
So you can actually build up a little bit bonus on top of it. And nice job.
Wait,
clearing
what
it
the
from
heck is that guy with the
remember.
lightsaber rapier and a green frilly wig?
Yeah, you know.
I don't
Well,
even
you
look.
show
It's
to a
sad.
dance
I'm
party.
like,
You
I'd
fought
like
him a
to
few
enjoy
times.
the art, but I don't have time.
I haven't even. I
Guess
didn't look
what?
at
Now
any
you
of
can
the
watch it on
menus.
the Let's Play. So there you go.
Oh my god, yeah, I'd love to see how this game looks like, considering I've been.
You've
playing
never
it for
actually been
ages.
able to watch it. And we Clark is our new favorite dancer because what?
Oh, there's a damage output challenge. Oh, deal
The
6,500.
Necronomicon.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Is this the fatal blow resource?
Necronom. Okay, we just had to do this. I'm sorry.
We're all about the underwear.
This is we've got you got the flap. What is it? The butt flap?
I got a butt flap on.
Yeah, the magic butt flap or something.
There's a large subset of arena sub-challenges and little things like this to basically say, do something very specific here and you'll get a reward. It's just beyond, it's not like other music games where the only real goal is to clear the song with perfect on the highest difficulty. There's a little bit more, I guess you could say, design to what you should be doing in each stage.
None of the equipment's actually visible on your character, so unlike most rhythm games, it's actually not all about the cosmetics. Like, all of it is just about the stats.
Oddly, I think they actually put a lot more love into the enemy designs and the enemy dances than the characters
Yeah.
themselves.
That's
Well,
fair.
because nobody can actually look at anything.
Right. So even as a player, you don't have time to look in the bottom left or the bottom right side of the screen to observe the cheerleader gargoyle or the dancing homicidal night
Owl?
gorilla.
It's
Oh, it looks like an
Is
owl.
it a
Yeah,
big
because he's
like-
got a beak.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought it
look
was
at that! Attention to detail.
See, if they actually had a 4-player mode, you'd have more time to take in the UI elements and some of the deeper strategy.
Yes, that's true. Again, just watch the Let's
Well-
Play because what?
Right. That said, I mean, whenever a character does an attack, you'll notice their notes completely disappear for a couple seconds, and that's to incentivize switching consistently. Otherwise, you're just not going to play as one character and just bash their face in repeatedly the entire song.
Right.
Well, but that doesn't really incentivize a party collaborating and cooperating to take down a boss. It just, everyone else is just kind of getting their groove on while one person's doing all the work up front. But then again, this dapper
That's
gentleman...
That's what Rock Band is. You ever
I
play
just-
guitar?
Just do
Yeah.
what you can do.
Oh, we seem to have. Are we in like crazy special mode now? Because one of my. Never mind, we're not. The track went away. I got concerned, but it's back.
The music in this is pretty good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's impressive.
I love it.
I want to say the game has between 40 and 50 tracks with all the DLC tracks included, and some of the DLC tracks involve retro games and other references. Yeah, I can't recall any off the top of my head, but there's something for everyone
I was
on
gonna
this.
say, are there any licensed tracks, or is it all like?
I think
kinda
it's
like indie
mostly,
stuff?
I guess you could say, underground.
But there was
type of-
there's like music from some other indie game. I forget what it is, but we can go check out the track list in a bit. But yeah, I recognize one of the games on the DLC.
I forgot to.
This sounds like some like 1980s blonde.
Yeah. All I compare everything to is Freeze Pop, but that's just like.
One major detriment to the game, though, is you'll notice like we're just in the middle of fighting this enemy that's almost at full health, and the song ends. The kind of way you exit a stage isn't necessarily dependent on how well you do or how awesome you are or how much damage you deal. It's just like, oh, you ran out of time. Well, this succubus can wait.
Yay,
Yeah.
you got the
Although-
Metronomicon. Woo! Congrats.
It's probably familiar. The flow is actually kind of similar to Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm. So if you're familiar with that rhythm series, that checks out. Well, in the sense that you plow through multiple enemies and you can.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know who did it.
Oh.
Look at your song list.
Okay, that's let's see. It was who did this? They
That's
didn't
what
put their
I'm
name on the
trying to-
back of the box, did they?
Where's your song list?
That's a shame. Oh, it'll be up here. Wait. Title screen's got to have it, right? No one made this game.
No, if you go into free play, you might find it there.
Who made the game?
Oh, you're talking about who made the game? I was
Yeah, we're
talking about
trying
the
to
song.
Credits.
I
Here we go.
apologize.
It's got to be under credits.
Sure.
Great by
Oh wow. There are
Puuba.
Oh, that's right. It's at the beginning of the
Good
game.
job,
I saw
Puuba. You guys really need to put your logo on your stuff better because, man, we had to go digging for that.
That's okay. It's still. I was wondering because you said you recognized one of the.
Nope,
songs.
So,
it-
so has Replay got your song list?
Oh, yeah, let's do the free.
See.
Let's see.
You can do.
Let's just do single players. Just look at the list. Really? I just want to look at the song list. Okay.
Here we go.
DLC. What? Okay. Chrono Wolf? Sounds familiar. Dancing. I think if you're probably a
Read
fan
only
of this.
memories. There you go.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Read Only Memories. Yeah. Which is what? A digital novel, isn't it?
Similar to one, yes.
Yeah, like that.
Retrograde credits? Or retrograde?
I like the BitTune things. Pretty in pixel sounds cool. Yeah, a lot of chiptune. You like that sort of thing? Which I kind of do. Yeah, it's like the only thing I've got on my list for, what was it, Bandcamp. It's like your preferred genres, and like, that's it.
So,
But there you go. There's a bunch of awesome music.
The Whispering Willows? That sounds like the no, go back to it. There was like
let's try it.
like what
It's all
is
the way at the bottom. Whispering Willows.
what is that? It's,
Oh, it sounds like Stranger Things.
Dance remix.
yeah,
Oh, it does sound like Stranger Things. I wonder.
It's,
Oh,
yeah, there used to
Whispering
be-
Willows OST. So
Yeah, it was
is
like
Whispering
a-
Willows is the thing.
no, there used to be. They would sell like a CD in like the '90s, and they would always play the commercial for it. And this was like the last song that it would play.
Oh, how funny.
Oh, that's weird.
And it was something bells.
Well, if you,
but I
you can
can't
look,
think
we'll
what it's
stick it
called.
in the
Yeah.
comments if we
Yeah.
figure
It
out what it
says
is.
Yeah.
Whispering Willows theme, so I assume it's either a movie or a game or something like that called Whispering Willows. I'll have to Google that at some point. Dude, this is
But-
awesome. But anyway, there you go. The Metronomicon is awesome if you like rhythm
Slay the
games, if you like
dance floor.
RPGs.
It's the Metronomicon. Slay the
The
dance floor.
Metronomicon, slaying the dance floor. I hope they make a sequel with 4 players, please. Thank you.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
See you next time.
Bye.